Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, Mu'min and Mu'minat. Let's do a prayer for our loved ones who have passed away. The prayer that we do is called the Fatiha. We recite Surah Al-Hamd, which is the first chapter in the Quran. One time gives us the sawab of reciting the entire Quran that we give to our marhum, which means our deceased, and Surah Ikhlas, aka Surah Tawheed, aka Surah Qul we recite three times and get the swab of reciting an entire Quran. Also send that to our deceased. As with great gifts, we wrap it up with three salawat, sending blessings on Prophet Muhammad and his family at the beginning and at the end of the gift. So um, please, for our deceased to give to Fatiha, let's send them the blessings of two Qurans. On behalf of all of our marhum, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ala Ya Allah, please send your blessings on Prophet Muhammad and the family of Prophet Muhammad and hasten his successor. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. I seek only you. I beseech your help in everything that I do. Keep me on the straight path, the path that is true. Not the path of those who have gained favors by you, not the path of those who have earned your wrath, nor those who deviated from your guided path. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Malik yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. That was Surah Al-Hamd in English and in Arabic, and now we'll do Surah Tawheed, one time in Arabic and twice in English. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful, say Allah is the singular numeral. There is nothing but Allah we need in this world. He begets not, nor begotten is He. Allah is the only OG. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful, say Allah is the singular numeral. There is nothing but Allah we need in this world. He begets not, nor begotten is He. Allah is the only OG. May Allah send blessings on Muhammad's family. May He quickly return my living Imam to me. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. This is our Thursday Naqsh. We're glancing at it today. People will honor and praise you. You'll also come across unexpected gains, right? Let's look at this. Last week I sent this, and one of my friends let me know he found $20 in his car. Unexpected gains. Sometimes it doesn't come in the form of money. Sometimes it comes in the form of other things. I mean, somebody could give you, fasting, so maybe not lunch, but some new Jordans. Some give you a watch, give you, a hair tie. You might make a new friend. Unexpected gains. Allah gives benefits in many different ways. Many different ways. Ask Allah. I'll tell you a story. Um, I'll tell it another day. But there is you know, be specific in your prayers sometimes, right? Ya Allah, give me unexpected gains, but help me realize that that this is a benefit to me because sometimes I don't see your benefits, right? I've done that before and I've gotten very tangible things, and sometimes I'm wise enough to not sit there and tell Allah how I want my prayers answered and let him do his thing because he's the best of all givers, and let's leave it at that, right? Today's prayer is Ya Razako. That means the sustainer. All sustenance you have, everything you have is from Allah. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Everything you have is from Allah. There's nothing that you have that is not from Allah. He's your only sustainer. And if you recite Ya Razako 308 times on Thursday, Allah will increase your sustenance. Um, yeah, and I'm not. I apologize. I didn't hit the and come talk to you guys at Sahoor time, but here I am. So let's do Yarazako, the sustainer, the sustainer, the sustainer, the sustainer, Yarazako, 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 Yarazako. He who gives me everything I have, he who gives me all my substance, my only provider, the only one who has anything to give me. Everything is yours, Ya Allah, and you give me everything I have. The sustainer, Ya Razako, Ya Razako, Ya Razako, Ya Razako, Ya Razako, my provider, the one who gives me food, the one who gives me clothing, the one who nourishes me, Ya Razako, Ya Razako, the sustainer, Ya Razako, Ya Razako, Ya Razako. I have nobody who gives me anything other than you. Nobody provides me anything other than you. Oh, he who gives me everything I have. Oh, he who I ask for everything I want, and he gives me everything. Yarazaku, 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 Yarazaku. Oh, the sustainer. Oh, the sustainer. Oh, the sustainer. Oh, the provider. Oh, the sustainer. Nobody ever gives me anything other than you. You're the only provider. You're my only sustainer. Yarazaku, Yarazaku. That was 50 times. 50 times, right? 308, right? You can do it. Do it today. 308 times. Increase in sustenance. It's going to happen. It happens. Allah doesn't say and not do. Why would he do that? If you did that, people wouldn't listen to Allah, right? You think you're new in the worship of Allah? People have been worshiping Allah since the beginning of time, right? He keeps his word. And if this thing right here says that you call to me and I'll provide to you, then call to him and he will provide to you. Simple as that, right? Ya Razako, Ya Razako, Ya Razako. There's another praise of Allah, the name of Allah. It's Ya Nuro. Sorry, Ya Qudus. Ya Nuro means the light. Ya Qudus means the most holy. When you're stressed out, you do Yakudus 100 times, and Allah removes your stress, the most holy. Okay. I woke up today a little bit stressed. Let's do that. All right. Yakudus, 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 the most holy. You're the most holy. There's nothing holier than you. There's nothing more uh, more enlightened than you. You are the most holy, the most holy, the most holy, the most holy. There's nothing holier than you. Yakudus, 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 Yakudus. Yakudus, 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 Yakudus. Yakudus, 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 the most holy, 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 the most holy. That was 50. See how quick these happen? Prayers, you do these and changes your day, changes your life, changes your mood, right? That's it. You don't need anything else to change your mood. That's anything to change my lighting for this computer stop bothering me. Um, okay, let's do something else right now. Let's do this dua right here. Today's daily dua is in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Oh Allah, on this day, please include me with those who rely upon you. We just did Ya Razaku, the sustainer. Please include me today with those who rely upon you. And include me on this day with those who win with you, right? And include me on this day with those who are drawn near to you out of your beneficence, oh ultimate goal of the seekers, right? Again, we're seeing the same theme. Oh, ultimate goal of the seekers. If you're looking for something, Allah is the final goal. Final, right? Allah is the goal. Your ultimate accomplishment is nearness to Allah. Oh Allah, include me with those who rely upon you. So we pray for right now. Oh, our provider, Ya Razako, right? Include me on this day with those who win with you. We want to win with Allah, right? Be on team Allah, Allah's team, right? Allah's the one you want to win with. Include me on this day with those drawn near to you, right? We want to be drawn to you, Allah, right? We want to be pulled closer to you. Include us in those out of your beneficence, right? Beneficence, he's our benefactor. Oh, the ultimate goal of seekers. A beautiful dua. It's also the heavy heart today. I want to inform everybody this was the anniversary of the death of Bibi Khadija. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Bibi Khadija before we break. Um, Bibi Khadija was the wife of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma salli ala. And at the time, she was his only wife. Now, Prophet Muhammad had many wives, uh, but not while he was married to Bibi Khadija. Hazrat Ali had many wives, but not when he was married to Bibi Fatima Zahra alayhi salam. These are the greatness of these women. Now, these women that I just mentioned, right? Bibi Fatima Zahra, who was the daughter of Bibi Khadija, they are two of the four women of paradise, right? Bibi Maryam, Bibi Asiya, Bibi Khadija, Bibi Fatima. Bibi Maryam was Hazrat Isa's mother. Bibi Asiya was the lady who raised Prophet Musa. Pharaoh's wife, who raised Prophet Musa, and Bibi Khadija was the mother of Bibi Fatima, the wife of Prophet Muhammad. See, Bibi Khadija and Prophet Muhammad had a very, it's a great love story, um, a beautiful love story. They met through Hazrat Abu Talib. Prophet Muhammad had gone older, as you know, he was raised by Hazrat Abu Talib. And Abu Talib, Hazrat Abu Talib and Bibi Khadija died in the same year. It was called the year of grief, the year of sorrow for Prophet Muhammad. These were his two people who looked out for him. See, he grew up without parents, right? His parents had died at a very early age. His father died before Prophet Muhammad was born. His mother died at an early age, and he was raised by Bibi Fatima bint Asad. May Allah, Allah bless her. Um, she was the mother of Hazrat Ali alayhi salam, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one who raised Prophet Muhammad. And Hazrat Abu Talib was also, he was Prophet Muhammad's uncle, and he recognized the greatness of Prophet Muhammad as young at a young age and watched over him. Now, Prophet Muhammad had grown, to be a young man. Hazrat Abu Talib had set him up with a job to work as with one of the greatest export company in the world, right? With the richest company that was like, I was like Amazon back in the day, right? And I say like Amazon, but it was greater than Amazon. See, Amazon right now, you get on it, you get goods from everywhere, mostly US, right? You go on AliExpress, you get stuff from China and from here and there, right? Um, Now in Medina, in Mecca at the time of Prophet Muhammad, it was a very mercantile city, right? People were either helping spread merchantry by providing, provisions for travelers, or selling provisions or importing stuff. It was a center of commerce. Okay, and you think about the location of it. It was central to China, to India, to Europe. Right. That's how goods would get from all across the continents at that time. They go through Medina. Right. It was close to India. It was close to China. Close to Europe, and so people would bring caravans of stuff, right? Silk and incense and spices and whatever they wanted, right? Furniture, right? It would come, and a lot of times they would like warehouse them in Medina and Mecca, and people would come and buy them there, or they would continue on. Now there was a family that was very good at doing this. They had the biggest kind of export company in the region, and the patriarch had passed, and the company was left to a young girl, a girl, in her 20s. She had spent time observing her father in his business and knew how to run it. That lady was Bibi Khadija, young Bibi Khadija, and Bibi Khadija was, in the Kaaba at the time, it was full of idols and polytheists, right? But she was a monotheist. She believed in uh, the same deity and prayed to the same deity that Abu Talib did, right? She was a lover, Abu Muttalib, Abu Talib. They prayed to one God, the one God that was prayed to by Hazrat, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and now they were praying to that same God, right? And Bibi Khadija was one of them. Now, one of the tenets, one of the ways to recognize these people who were monotheists was the women were very modest, right? They wouldn't associate with men. They would cover, their hair and their faces, and then it would be very modest. So Bibi Khadija was one of them, but now she was a businesswoman who had to go and negotiate import and export deals in different parts of the country. There was also safety issues. People would rob merchants coming through Arabia, and you needed protection, you needed close deals, and she needed somebody who she could rely on. So Abu Talib had uh, put her and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in touch, put them in touch, and he started working with her and grew her business. And he knew the ways of the routes to Medina better than anybody, and he was, he would negotiate deals and like would never be seen. And now because of the size and the stature of this export company, right? Bibi Khadija was, she was the icon, the pop icon of the world, right? Any luxurious material you had, any small material, fragrance, spice, silk, furniture, you know, clothing, pottery, whatever you were trying to buy, chances are it was handpicked by Bibi Khadija to be part of her business, right? That's how cool Bibi Khadija was, and that's why I say she was bigger than Amazon, right? Amazon, you decide what you want, you go find it, right? Bibi Khadija would say, "This is the best, and I'm going to sell this," and people would buy that. And she had the best of everything, and people would buy her stuff, and it would go all over the world. You see this, she was the original influencer, right? uh, and that's who she was. She was such a great woman. People would, princes and kings of all these lands, and the royalty would propose to her and would ask her for a hand in marriage, and she was never down. She didn't need anything. What are you going to do for me that I can't do for myself, right? That's what women now say, right? They work and they do things around the house. Women love gardening, and then, oh, I'm going to put new flooring in my home. Women do all that, right? So what do I need a man for? That was Bibi Khadija, right? Before this feminist movement, Bibi Khadija was the original feminist, right? Right? And she didn't need no man. So Prophet Muhammad talked to her, and he said, I love this line. He said, he said, everyone wants to give you the world. I will give you the hereafter. I will give you Jannah. He told me Khadijah that, and she accepted him. And she married him. And then, she wasn't that much older than him. She was maybe a few, 4 years older than him, right? Um, and he married her, and she's the mother of Muslims, right? Bibi Fatima is not the mother of Muslims. Bibi Fatima is the mother of Imam. That is a, and she's the mother of her father, they say, right? Because of the way she took care of Prophet Muhammad, right? But she's never called the mother of Muslims. Mother of Muslims is Bibi Khadija. She used her wealth to spread Islam. She used her wealth to feed the poor. She used her wealth to build a nation that still stands, right? She built a nation. That's how rich she was. That's how, she was so committed. People she had maids serving on hand and foot, right? She never had to do any task. She was so well taken care of. So they were so wealthy, and then all their stuff sold. And then after Prophet Muhammad got his prophetic message and started to get followers, in Mecca, they put a sign up on the Kaaba that said, "Don't buy any stuff from the Quraysh," right? And then people stopped buying from Khadija, and they were now in opposite. And she was balling out, and now no, nobody's buying this stuff. Nobody was talking to them. Nobody would acknowledge her, right? To the point to where when she was giving birth to Bibi Fatima Tadara, nobody came to help her. She was in so much pain, birth pains. She was so excited to have this baby. Her Prophet Muhammad had not been able to have children. They had, children who had passed away. They had miscarriages, right? It's very hard for anybody who's been through that, right? Very, very, very hard, very, very, frustrating, very scary time to be, to be when you're trying to have children. It's not happening. And now she was pregnant, she was giving birth, and nobody wanted to help her. Nobody wanted to help her. So Allah sent Bibi Asiya, Bibi Maryam, to help her give birth to Bibi Fatima Zadar. And the Prophet loved her so much. He said that her love fed me. Right? He was in love with her, enamored by her. Right? That was, and you think about the fact that he grew up with no parents, right? And so, especially as a young man, you need to feel loved. You need to feel supported. Obviously, Prophet Muhammad, Allah, he doesn't need anyone, but the fact that he said that about Bibi Khadija, and the fact that Allah provided him with Bibi, shows you the stature and the importance of Bibi Khadija. Now, one thing that I want to point out about her and Prophet Muhammad, anytime anybody saw them, they saw them smiling. That's what Muslims do. Right? Anytime anybody would see them, they would see them smiling. That's what Prophet Muhammad and Bibi Khadija is known for always smiling. Always smile, my brothers and sisters, mu'minin and mu'minat. Always smile, right? That's when people want to be near you. That's when you touch people's hearts in their day. I'm notorious for not smiling a lot, right? And that's a habit that I it's not because I'm not happy. It's just not a habit that I created, smiling. Some people always smile, right? You should smile more, and you should smile more. And I'll tell you something. If you don't feel like smiling and you smile because Prophet Muhammad likes it, you get so much sawab. And that's another day, another way that your mood gets turned around. You're in a bad mood and it occurs to you that Bibi Khadija would smile. Prophet Muhammad would smile. I too will smile. You do it, right? And if you do that, it changes your mood, right? It's all smile, right? Smile. We should, today's a day of sorrow because Prophet Muhammad lost his companion. He lost the love of his life today, right? But Allah always gives us a reason to smile, right? This is the 10th of Ramadan. What have you been doing in Ramadan? Are you satisfied with your worship this Ramadan? The next 10 days are even more sawab. Made through one third of it. Have you missed rozas? Have you missed namaz? Have you taken out charity? Have you seen your parents? Have you seen your siblings? Have you taken care of your kids? Have you prayed with them? Have you read Quran? Right? These are all things that we wanted to do all year long, right? Are we doing any of it? Have we done it? Well, you know what? If you haven't, you have 10 more days to do it. You have tomorrow, you have the day after, you have inshallah, your whole life. Don't ever stop. Just because one day you miss, I miss doing the so were you kidding me on Sunday, Monday. One of the days I didn't do it. I came back the next day. I didn't do it at silver time today, but I came back and I did it. And I'm not trying to, oh look, I'm still doing it. It's not that. I'm making a point that just because you missed something, just because you didn't do something the way you planned it, doesn't mean you shouldn't get back on. Doesn't mean you shouldn't get back on the program, right? Literally, right? We get down on ourselves. Miss namaz, miss Fajr namaz. I'm not gonna do Zohar Asr now. I didn't do Fajr. Oh, it's fine, right? Then Zohar Asr gets late, and you're like, oh, now it's late. I don't want to do Maghrib Isha. Then the next day comes, and you didn't pray yesterday. You're not gonna pray today. I didn't fast yesterday. I'm not gonna fast today, right? Don't do that. Every single decision should have its own intention. That's why when you pray namaz, we have to make an intention. Not, hey, I'm doing, I did some namaz yesterday, I'm doing it again. No, every namaz you need to do intention. Every time you do wuzu, you need to do intention, right? Yeah, you can do an intention. I'm going to keep these rosas for Ramadan, but you should also make the intention in the morning. Every morning you wake up, you should make an intention while you're Muslim, right? Have an intention for each and every one of your actions, right? That way, one action, one sinful act isn't related to the other sinful act because you made an independent decision to do it this time, right? Little things that'll help us, right? So I want to apologize. I didn't write any poetry for Bibi Khadija. A specific person I want to apologize to because he always asks me when it comes time for great moments like this. He asked me to write poetry, and as a poet, I should be able to do that. But I really had I had trouble writing a poem about Bibi Khadija, so I thought I'd give everybody a recap of who she was, how great she was. Prophet Muhammad promised to give her Jannat, right? He said, every, other when people offer you this world, I'm going to offer you eternity. I'm going to offer you the heavens. What now? Bibi Khadija is one of the four women of heaven. See how he kept his promise? Keep your promises. So I will offer you heaven. She's one of the four women of heaven. You see, he didn't just say it. And okay, by the way, day of judgment, you know you're in. She is known as one of the four women of heaven. How beautiful is that, right? He told her, I'm going to give you eternity. And he gave it to her. And Allah gave him permission to give it to her, right? That is how great this bond was, how much he loved Bibi Khadija. What a great line. So I'm going to offer you the world. I'm going to offer you eternity, right? Right? Smooth, right? Probably one of those smooth. Um, and I have Let me find something. Let me find something to drop to you guys. The companion of the Prophet, grandmother of Imama, sustainer of a nation, believes without limitation, intelligent style, charm, respect. What else would you expect? The rock to the pillar of the earth and paradise, Bibi Khadija, Prophet Muhammad's wife. That's all I got for it's not bad. I guess it's a good start. Um but that is not what we so I get enough one, huh? Per Muhammad wa alayhi salatu. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa sallam. I have a lot of things that I haven't okay. Here, I'm gonna do this. In honor of Bibi Khadija, I'm gonna talk to you guys about the story of the cloak. The story of the cloak, sourced by the light, for it was she who spoke, about a house most blessed and purified above any other. This was the house of the light of Rasulat. This was the house of the mother. I feel a weakness in my body, the beloved said to her. Allah is the only healer. There is no other. Then, with a Yemeni over him, the father's mother would cover, where Abul Qasim sat next to himself and sat next to his brother. And then inside this cloak came a light, bright enough to illuminate all sight, warm from density, created from the highest intensity, and came the mother. May Allah send blessings on none other than Muhammad's family for all eternity. May He quickly return my living Imam to me. All five inside a single Yemeni. Angels huddled tight on that night in paradise, stretching as far as the light can see. But they would never be as pure as the two plus three, a cloak like no other, a Yemeni, a comforter, sitting with the family tree, a perfect circle with immaculate company, God's love, and his progeny. Their flesh is his flesh, blood is his blood. If you war with them, he said, you were at war with me. May Allah send blessings on Muhammad's family for all eternity. May he quickly return my living Imam to me. The archangel Jibreel saw them run fives and asked Allah if he could run three on three. The angel said, fly from Ilion down to earth and deliver this message of purity. The sixth man among the five you were allowed to be. Assembled was the greatest team in history. The house of the light of Imamat, Ibadat, and of prophecy. The house of Fatima al-Zahra, her father Muhammad, her husband Hazrat Ali, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, children of the lion and the light, masters of the youth of paradise, Al-Mujtaba and the king of the Shaheed, the sons of Qamar bin Hashim, her progeny, the greatest angel, immaculate five, the most beloved to ever be alive, the purest house the world will ever see, the sun, the moon, the rotating cosmos, the sailing ships, the iPhones, the rocket ships, artificial intelligence were created for no other than thee. May Allah send blessings on Muhammad's family for all eternity. May he quickly return my living Imam to me. Now that we've spoke of the greatness of the event of the cloak, angels are surrounding you and me. Never again stressed, nor oppressed, nor sad, nor mad will we ever be. If you have a prayer, he will answer. Now is the time to implore it on he. Whatever you request, this time is the best. For you and I, we have achieved success from this moment all the way to Akhirah. Wa Rabbil Kaaba. Bar Muhammad wa ala Muhammad sallallahu. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jal farajum. I know I dropped that one already, but I love it, son. And hey, if you're lucky enough to think about that in the morning, you're gonna have a blessed, amazing day. My brothers and sisters, Mu'minin and Mu'minat, I want you to have a blessed, amazing day today. Please keep me in your prayers. Have a great Rosa. And remember, next 10 days of Ramadan, let's increase our ibadah. Let's decrease our sins. And inshallah, one day we'll be standing at the gates of heaven together, making sure Bibi Fatima Tadara doesn't have to wait for us too long to get in there, right? Allahumma salli